So in 12.1 number 8, we have two equations with two variables. We want to find the x, y that makes both equations true. First, we need to get these into a standard form. We want some number times the x plus some number times the y equals some other number that has no x or y at all. And then we'll be able to work with them a little more easily. So let's go ahead and distribute the parentheses on the first equation. That gives us 4x minus 8 equals negative 9y. Then let's go ahead and rearrange that first equation so the y term is on the left and the 8 is on the right. So we'll have 4x plus 9y equals positive 8. So you can call that changing sides, changing signs. And of course all we did was add 8 to both sides of the equation and add 9y to both sides of the equation. But that's the same as changing sides, changing signs. On the right you had a negative 9y, but when it comes to the left it's a positive 9y. Let's go ahead and rearrange the second equation. Distributing 2 gives us 2x minus 6y, whoops, there was an equals there, equals 3. So that's already in pretty fair form. So now we would need to decide how we're going to solve. I'd like to use elimination, so I'm going to eliminate the x term. I'm going to take the second equation and multiply it times negative 2, and when I do that, the 2x will become a negative 4x. So when I add to this 4x, those two terms will be eliminated. So multiplying by negative 2, I have negative 4x plus 12y equals negative 6. And after I multiply, I check. Just double check. Negative 4x plus 12y equals negative 6. Okay, that worked out. Now when we add these two equations together, the x terms are eliminated. And we can add the y terms, so there's 21y, and 8 plus negative 6 is 2. Now that looks like a terrible answer, so I'm wondering if I was supposed to have a negative 3. So let me just double check. Indeed, it was a negative 3, so that changes my signs. Negative, negative, positive. So here instead of a 2, I'll go ahead and put 14. So then we just divide both sides of the equation by 21. We have 14 21s. That reduces by 7, 2/3. So x is 2/3. You can pick any of these equations. Y is 2/3. You can pick any of these equations to plug the y into. I think I'll just plug it in right here. So 2x minus 6 times 2/3 equals negative 3. 2x minus 12/3. 12/3 is 4 equals negative 3. So 2x then is 1 when we add 4 to both sides of the equation, and x is 1 divided by 2, or 1/2. So the ordered pair that makes both equations true are 1/2, 2/3. If you want, you can put this answer into both of the original problems, and then you could check and make sure that 1/2, 2/3 does make both equations true.